Governor Dan McKee's state budget leaves the Rhode Island Public Transit Authority with a big budget deficit, and transit advocates are not happy. Ed Fitzpatrick covered that story for the Globe Rhode Island, and he joins us now live in studio. Great to have you here.
Good to see you, Kim.
So let's talk about the specifics here. What is the governor's budget proposing to provide for RIPTA?
So the governor's proposed a $14 billion state budget, and it does provide $126 million in revenue for RIPTA.
Okay.
But it also includes $159 million in expenditures, so that results in a $32.6 million deficit.
Yeah, back in the napkin math is not working out so well there. So what does this mean in terms of the services that the agency offers? Does it mean they're going to have to cut some stuff?
Well, transit advocates are not happy. They say this could result in a reduction in the number and frequency of bus routes. Liza Birkin, for example, from the Providence Streets Coalition, said this is awful. It could result in drastic service cuts across the state. She said it's at odds with the governor's own goals for increasing school attendance, for increasing incomes, and even for meeting the goals of the Act on Climate.
Yeah, because students rely on these buses, and
Sure.
of course, the more people who are on a bus are not driving cars, that type of thing. Remind me, though, haven't we seen cuts at RIPTA before, just last year?
Yeah, it was just last year. They were teeing up some service cuts, and they had a shortage of drivers at the time. They were short of money, but they did end up receiving $15 million more from the state. They did give some pay raises to the drivers to deal with the shortage, and they called off the cuts last year.
Okay, so you've heard from transit advocates. What is the governor's office saying about all of this?
Yeah, the spokesperson for the governor said the governor has provided more money to RIPTA since the pandemic, and they say along with that additional funding, they wanted to do an efficiency study to see if RIPTA's operations are meeting the demand, and they wanted them to look for new sources of revenue.
So we've heard both sides of the argument now. Where do we go from here? Is there a potential solution?
Well, we'll see what that efficiency study comes up with, and if they do identify some new revenue. But meanwhile, State Senator Sam Zuria, a Providence Democrat, has proposed using more of the state gas tax revenue to help RIPTA. We'll see if that goes anywhere this session, but Senator Zuria is saying that the governor's budget proposal as it stands now would drive RIPTA off a fiscal cliff.
All right, Ed Fitzpatrick from Globe Rhode Island. You can read more of his reporting at the Globe's website. Ed, thanks for being here.
Thank you.